Hey beauties, welcome to the first day of Breakthrough the mini course. Now, today is all around release. Releasing those emotions, those experiences, those attachments that are keeping us stuck, that are keeping us in limitation. So in order to release anything, there is a process. There is a process that is the most effective, I've found in my experience and in all of the work that I have done. And step one within releasing is always to honor the experience, to accept it as it is. Now, that might be the emotion that you're currently feeling, sadness, anger, frustration. It might be how someone is behaving. Um, it might be a situation that is causing you some strife that you can't control. So I want you to identify what is it that is your problem area right now. And to begin with, I just want you to acknowledge that it is and accept it as it is. Okay. Secondly, if it is something outside of yourself, I want you to step back and find what the emotion is attached to it, how it feels in your body. So take a nice deep breath in and release. And ask yourself, how do I feel? And once you've found that emotion, keeping the eyes closed, allowing the mind to settle as you watch the breath, I want you to stay focused on the body and ask yourself, where do I feel this emotion in my body? Maybe it's the chest, maybe it's the stomach, maybe it's the throat, the head, the back. Identify where in the body. And then start to add the following descriptions to this emotion. If it had a colour, what colour would it be? If it had a texture, what texture? Is it heavy or light? Does it have a temperature? Is it hot or cold? Is there a pattern, shape or structure that it holds? And as you're imagining this now detailed emotion as a physical object within the body, I want you to take 3 really deep breaths. And as you take those breaths, I want you to imagine that you're breathing into that object. And as you breathe into it, this object starts to expand on every inhale. And on the exhale, it starts to crack. It starts to crack and break down. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale, starts to expand. Exhale, it starts to crack. So that on the 3rd inhale, as you expand this image, on the exhale, it completely shatters and falls down into tiny, tiny pieces, almost specks of dust that are in a pile in this space that it resides within the body. And then for our next 3 breaths, this pile of dust we're going to imagine is lifted up by the breath. So every inhale, we start to draw it up through the throat, and exhale out through the mouth. 2 more breaths like this, make them powerful. Inhale, draw that dust, that coloured dust perhaps, up and out through the throat, out through the mouth. And last one, inhale, draw it up and out. Beautiful. Take a nice deep breath in. And then imagine all of that dust is floating away now, dispersing as though it was a cloud towards the horizon. Beautiful. And then we're just going to tap it out. So I want you to take your hands and find your breastbone. So it kind of is in line with your nipples, that kind of point where the ribs of the chest come up to a fulcrum. And you'll find there's probably a point that's slightly tender. Now I want you to tap on this point, and as you're tapping, I want you to say the following: I feel, and then to complete that sentence. So whatever emotions you are feeling, I'm just going to run through some, but I want you to add in the words that resonate with you. Okay. I feel angry. I feel upset. I feel sad. I feel anxious. I feel frustrated. I feel pissed off. I feel annoyed. I feel hard done by. I feel trapped. I feel frustrated. You can repeat the words as much as you need. I feel frustrated. I feel frustrated. I feel frustrated. Continue for as long as you need to. And then when those words start to dry up and there's nothing flowing anymore, take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. And then go back to that point. And this time we're going to say I am statements. And I want you to repeat after me. Okay. I am safe. I am more than this body. I am more than this mind. I am love. I am lovable. I am supported. I am loved. I am held. I am seen. I am heard. I am understood. Any other statements that you wish to add in here that feel good to you as you keep tapping for these last few breaths? Then take a nice deep inhale as you stop. Exhale, sigh it out. Close down the eyes and just note how you feel now. Can you feel that space and that calm and that peace? So my invitation to you is to use this practice anytime you're triggered, anytime an emotion is really strong for you, a situation throws you off course, and it's gonna happen, especially with where we're at. There's a lot happening in the world. So when that happens, take it as an opportunity. Take it as an opportunity to go within, to really feel it, to really honor it, and then to release it. You can add a stage on if you want, if your visualization is quite a strong practice, if your meditation is quite a strong practice, where you can ask yourself what you need to know, what you need to learn from this situation, and see just what comes, what gets dropped into the mind. But primarily what we're doing is we're identifying what the issue is that is that's standing in our way from feeling this calm, abundant, peaceful, joyful energy. We're identifying that. We're understanding the emotion that resides in our body. So we're unhooking from the external situation and we're taking ownership for the emotion that's within us. Then we are going into that emotion. We are kind of identifying it by detailing it. Then we're releasing it up and through the body. There's a catharsis. And then we're reprogramming. So by tapping on this point in the chest, this meridian point, kind of like EFT, if anyone's done the EFT spots, I'm just running through them really quickly now. So if anyone wanted to know how to do it, those are the spots. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. We are de-escalating our nervous system's response that kind of has a tripwire to any negative emotions and thinking we're in danger. And instead, it's calming down that nervous system, bringing it towards the parasympathetic, outer sympathetic. And as we do that, then we say affirmative statements that are true, identifying with the truth of who we are, our higher self, above the mind and body's limitations and restrictions. So I hope that helps. That is today's exercise. I've also attached, because I just want to give you as much value as I can in these 3 short days, I've also attached an emotional kind of Richter scale, so you can understand where you are on this, almost like an emotional ladder. Emotions are like our GPS. They tell us whether we're on course and off course. So when we're feeling those lower emotions, there's something to learn so that we can get back on course and back to the joyful, abundant state That is natural for us. So yeah, below is the emotional kind of Richter scale. Secondly, I have included two meditations. One is a forgiveness meditation. The second is the Ho'oponopono prayer. I always pronounce that wrong. And both of these are around releasing specifically people, situations, and things that we might have that strong energetic connection to. Now, we go loads deeper on this in the full breakthrough program. We do some cord cutting, vow breaking. I go a lot deeper so we can truly understand how power and attachment works, and how understanding resilience, detachment, and taking radical responsibility for our actions, reactions, and emotions is what enables us to find our liberation, our joy, and our freedom. So yeah, much more of that on the full course, but just give you a little taste today. I hope it helps. I hope it is effective and efficient in the work that it does for you. As always, created with so much love, from my heart to yours. Enjoy. Much love. Ciao.